one, maybe? And I have no idea what I'm doing. It's been a little while. What have I got in my pockets? Ah, yoo-hoo, we're flying. I remember that part. I think that's where we are. Hello, welcome. I'm trying to remember what the heck we're doing. Final Fantasy VIII. I love how Irvine is like, you didn't know where we're going. Selfie, that's good. But yeah, well, the thing is, I may not know exactly where we're going. Yes. Right. I remember that part. Right. Right. My girlfriend turned out to be a monster. Density is a sorceress. I mean, it's pretty much the same. Yes. Okay, so, like, I wonder what we're supposed to be doing now. Different areas have different colored skies. Can I land here? No. No, they're going. Fine, I lie. Yes, I know exactly where we're going. Back to where we fired the thing. Yes. In Wonkaville. Or whatever. It's Wonkyville? This. We drew stop, and then hammer time. You want to see your comrade off? I'll make an exception. Oh! Dude, I just like stumbled upon the correct place. Okay, now where the heck are we? Right. I have no idea where we are now. Man, I have no idea. What are you doing here? This is a restricted area. To do what I should have done earlier. I'll never know unless I do it. What are you talking about? I know what I want and what I have to do. There's still a chance. I'm not going to look back. I'm taking density with me. What? You must be joking. It's too late. Go, Clive. Density, hold on. I'll get you out in a sec. Now, what am I supposed to do? Come on! I know what I'll do. I'll attack her. Oh, it's so sweet. Clive, don't. I'm a sorceress. I don't care. Density, Clive. Let's go. That man.
It's that man.
I've seen him before. What's wrong, Density? I'm just a little embarrassed. What? I was so set on staying in Esther. But then when you guys rescued me, it made me so happy. No need to get embarrassed. Yeah, happy is good. Thanks, everybody. Clive, you're awfully quiet. What's up? I have a lot on my mind. As an expert Clive observer, he's thinking, what do we do now, blah blah blah. If you think and worry too much, everything tends to turn out bad. Clive, why don't we just picture a brighter future? Whatever. But seriously, what do we do from here? I'm not really sure, but don't we have to do something about that lunatic Pandora and Esther? After all, the Galbadians are controlling it. That means Safer is behind all this too, right? Safer is Ultimisia's puppet. Yeah, that Ultimisia. Can't just let that sorceress from the future mess up our world. Let's go kick her ass. We're seeds. We're here to destroy the sorceresses, right? Zell. Sorry. So, Clive, where are we going? Can we go to the orphanage you guys were talking about in Trabia? That place is in shambles. There's nothing to see there. I want to stay away from places where there are lots of people. I'm a sorceress. And Ultimisia possesses me again. Let's go. Head to Adia's house. Adia's house. If I remember, it's at the tip of the finger. No? Okay. The tip of something. Probably. Man, I don't know. I'm trying so hard not to look at anything online. I'm trying to just play it. It is on a coast. So if I just, like, hang out at coasts, I'll eventually run into it. Probably. It's been a while now. It's before Thanksgiving. According to this, you're not watching. Or I'm not watching. One of us is not watching, according to this. Fish head. GF's level up. Let's save. There we go. Oh. Sorry. About what? I'm sure you want to be alone with her. So, Clive, I never thought you were in the oh, you know. I'll go get Density. Clive, you stay right here. So what should I talk about with Density when she gets here? Nothing about the sorceress, huh? I'm sure she's trying not to think about it. Who cares if she's a sorceress anyway, right? You don't care either, do you? Density is just density. What will become of me? Don't worry about it. There have been many good sorceresses. Medea was one. You could be like her. But Medea still... I can't guarantee anything either. If Ultimecia possesses me again... You saw me. She controlled me in outer space and made me break Adia's seal. What might happen next time? What will I end up doing? Will I end up fighting everyone? It's a scary thought, isn't it? Density. Even if you end up as the world's enemy, I'll be your knight. If I fall under Ultimecia's control again, Seed'll come kill me, right? And the leader of Seed is you, Clive. Clive's sword will pierce my heart. I guess it's okay if it's you, Clive. Nobody else. Clive, if that ever happens... That's enough. I'll never do anything like that. The sorceress I'm after is not you, Density. My enemy is the sorceress from the future. Ultimecia. Ultimecia lives in the future and possesses me. She uses my body as her extension in this world. How? How will you save me? I'll come up with something. There's got to be a way. Don't worry. Trust me. I do trust you. Maybe until you find a way. Maybe I should stay in Esther. At that memorial? Wouldn't that be better? No, that would be pointless. I'd just end up going after you again. Density, just stay close to me. Oh, those words. What? That's what started everything. What are you talking about? You don't remember? What, something I said? Oh, just forget it. No, it's because of the GF. That's why I forgot. That's just an excuse. Oh, you feeling better? Yeah. Can I tell you a story? I had a dream. It was a scary dream. We made a promise. We promised to see shooting stars together. I get dressed up and put on your ring. But the thing is, I can't remember where I'm supposed to meet you. I start to panic. I really want to see you, Clive, but I don't know where to go. I start running through the mountains, the deserts, the plains, through Timber and Balaam and Galbadia. When I realize I can't run any longer, I just want to see you so badly. So I scream. Climb you. Then I woke up. I was crying. I'm sorry. You don't have to say anything. I just felt like I had to tell you. It was just a dream. It doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about it. I guess you're right. How about this? I'll be here. Why? The reason why you couldn't find me was because we haven't promised yet. Promised? I'll be waiting for you. If you come here, you'll find me. I promise. I'll be here too. It's a promise. Thanks, Clive. Next time we'll meet for sure. Whoa. Sorry to interrupt, but it's an emergency. We got radio contact from Esther's presidential palace. They plan to defeat Ultimecia. They want to hire Seed to execute it. It might be a trap to get density back to Esther. Oh, and the guy we spoke to, his name's Kiros. Could he be that Kiros? Kiros is in Esther's presidential palace? He wants to hire us? Alright, well, let's go. Clive, you were always looking for Ione with tears in your eyes. Clive, there is something I must tell you. It is about me. Yes, I believe it was 13 years ago. That is where my story begins. I first became a sorceress when I was a child. And once again, 13 years ago. That day, right there, I encountered a sorceress on the verge of death. I received her powers of my own will. That sorceress was an entity of fear for my children. I could not let her get to them. But this turned out to be the beginning of my painful story. At this very minute, my bitter story has ended. I now understand there is no end, no matter how painful it may be. Therefore, Clive, you must fight to the end, even though it may bring tragedy to others. Now go, Clive. Alright, so where are we going? Man, I totally forgot. Right? I totally forgot where we're going. Oh. Was not my intent. Sick. Smokey yet, or does he need me? Does Smokey need to get his insulin shot? Yeah. I fed them like an hour ago. Just trying to make sure we don't kill our cat. Okay, well, I thought maybe we could get in the crate, but I guess not. Oh, hi. What's up? It's the mesmerized blade. 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 As opposed to memorize. Memorize blade is not effective. I don't know why I can't say the L now. It's a mesmerized braid. It's like, what? I don't know. Yes. No, that's... No, that's definitely not Japanese. Alright. So, let's just, like, fly around and walk everywhere, because Kiros was somewhere. Don't ask me where, because I'm not even... Man, I don't know. I'm blanking totally, man. Yeah, I don't know. I barely know the names of the characters anymore. Hey. Okay. Oh, hello. I've never seen you all here before. Are you here to buy flowers? See all the flowers in the castle? I grew all of them. Aren't they pretty? Where am I? Win Hill. That's where I am. I almost had the right voice. My precious vase is missing. The vase has been passed down from my family for many generations. So many unusual things happening lately. I'll bet you there's a ghost here. My husband's very upset by the fact the vase is missing. A ghost? Oh my. Please, there's no such thing, is there? Suddenly I went English for some reason. Southern to English. They're almost the same accent. Apparently not. Pokeball. Nope. Don't know why not, but I can't. It's for reasons, yes. Must save, compulsive saving. Hey, who do you think you are barging into my house like this? You get out of here right now. I thought I told you. What is with you? Do I remind you of something? Not a ghost or anything, all right? Then again, there's our spirits lurking within these walls. Pretty sure that cat just appeared out of nowhere. Spirits that inspire my art. Scared you there for a second, huh? It's true, though. Often I would sit in this room quietly and all of a sudden sense a mysterious fragrance in the air. There were white flowers downstairs. Can you sense their fragrance? Sure. Well then. Well, why not? Apparently, we stink. Originally, we were opposed to letting outsiders in this village, but I'm glad we hired those 2 guys for security. Before they came, the kids couldn't even play outside. Drains. How are you today? Magnificent weather, isn't it? Are you here to visit an acquaintance? What do you think of our village? It's very small and boring, isn't it? Yeah, you're small and boring. Do you like flowers? Yes. Those white ones are really beautiful, aren't they? A woman named Rain gave them to me. They bloom beautifully every year. It's unfortunate that she's no longer with us. If only she had stayed away from that outsider. Nobody understood flowers as well as Rain. She was right as rain. What's this? Received a vase piece. Wait a minute, this is Christmas Town! I received a piece of a vase. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. Right. Wow, I have never seen you kids around before. What brings you here? There used to be a flower shop in the town square. It was owned by a woman named Rain. She lived there with a small child named Aone. Rain was so good with flowers. She made wreaths for our harvest festivals. Her wreaths of white flowers were most beautiful. We'll never see wreaths like that again. Aone was so adorable, wearing the wreaths on her head and prancing around like an angel. Right, that's really what I was looking for. Excuse me, I don't want to be rude, but I'm looking for vase pieces. Have you been destroying vases around here by some chance? Well, that's a very odd request, sir. And by chance we have. Here you go. It is really slow here during the afternoon. The day goes by really fast if you just sit around here. Which of course I do. Mostly play PlayStation 4 games, but of course you don't know what those are. Alright, well, you youngsters, we're mercenaries hired by this town. You better not mess with us. Plus, we graduated from Garden, you know. Oh, you're Garden students too? Wait, you're actually C? That makes you our junior. Keep up the good work. New customer, are you looking to play? customer. Yes, yes, Smokey. Keep your pants on. He's like, I'm a cat, I have no pants. That's part of the problem. The game, of course. You seem to know of rules unfamiliar in this region. We're gonna play a game with Esther's rules and ours. Are you sure? Yeah, let's go. Oh, crap. I don't know. Right, I have no idea how the rules of this work. Open world is sped through the region. A game, of course. So difficult sometimes. What? I don't... What? There's no way I can let that stand. That was so horrifically bad. And you guys made fun of me for always hitting save. I guess let's get her to talk about the ghosts. Rain? No, that's not rain. There's ghosts. Ghosts, I tell ya. Talk to you, old lady. Restore your base piece. Trains. Trains. Just in case. Rain was really good at flower arranging. I'm like, okay. Yes, thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you for sharing. This whole town seems to be full of flowers. It seems the rain of Spain has fallen mainly... Yes, anyway. Okay, so let's leave and save so we don't have to do all of that stuff again. And then fight for the honor of Grayskull really quick. Alright, let's go. Random is like the worst of all options. Thing is, there's this one rule that I legitimately have no idea how it works. Hey, I won somehow. I mean, it did, but it didn't keep me from winning this time. So the elemental rule is spread throughout this region. Sick of puppy. Maybe that's some zombie powder. Delicious zombie powder. Right. Drink this, but do not touch. Everyone's like, what? Alright. Where are we? That's the real question. I believe this is where the sorceress can go. Right. Honestly, I have no idea. Is the new sorceress our ally or enemy? I want to continue wearing funky clothes and hope this country remains free. Funky clothes are important, I will admit. I'm not going to say they're the most important, but they're certainly in the top 3. You can take our lives, but you can never take our funky clothes. Transparent for Galbadia Garden. No. Down for timber. Timber. Who is running this country now that President Delig and Sorceress today are out? Yeah, see, I kind of feel like it might just be... Oh boy. Okay, General Caraway was the voice character. The new leader of the armed forces? I'd like to see how she does. It appears there's a new sorceress in town, but no one is yet to see her. She's at the forefront of history. What is she conspiring? It's all very mystifying. Please take care of Vincent. Powerful nation to the east, Esther is a threat to everyone. Now it's Galbadia. After the war, Esther kept quiet. No one knows what became of Sorceress Adele. Esther itself remains hidden beyond a veil of mystery. Very few people from the west have ever seen or heard or been to Esther. Please take care of that, Vincent. I have my daughter's card, but I don't use it in my hand very often. However, I will think about it if you give me your Ifrit card. Of course, you'll need to beat me to get my daughter's card. You seem to know rules that are unfamiliar in this region. Let's play a game with Centra's rules and ours. What would you like to play some cards together? Whatever card I want. Elemental rule is spread throughout the region. Please take care of density. Yep. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it trying to get me to lose my E3 card? Not sure what it's doing here. It would be very odd if the rule is you have to throw a game and give him the E-free card. Then do that. Let's see what happens when we throw the game. How bad I am at throwing games. I tried to throw it and didn't. It's almost impressive. I will accept it gracefully. I lost the Ifrit card you gave me the other day. To whom, you may ask? The former Galbadian garden master, Martini. We've both been persecuted by Adega. Please take care of density. Should we play some cards together? I believe so. There's there's a different guy I have to win that card from. So after I've lost the card, then I have to go back and win this card. I see how it works. Yes. Right. Yes. Yes. Who even knows? Yeah, well, no, yeah. Okay, so that, I guessed right. That was a case of you have to throw the game. Yeah. Airways mentioned, you're going completely wrong way. I think that was what we were. Please stand up to the counter. Please have a pleasant day. Aha, Timbermaniacs. Finish reading it. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again soon. You said in my eyes, didn't you? You're up for a challenge, right? Bring on the cards. Oh my goodness, this poor woman.
So you're gonna beat her?
She stands no chance against me. Yes, A basically means you win. Yes. Yeah. It's 11. So I can win I can win the Ifrit back, but I have to play against a certain guy. A specific guy. Oh no! Destroyed the universe. Not again. I don't want to whip out the walkthrough, but it's looking more and more like I'm getting into it. Right. I've never played this game all the way through without you. Right. Exactly. That's the problem. I don't know. Like, it's time to find Kyros. Where is Kyros? I don't know. He's somewhere. I know they told us, but then I promptly forgot immediately afterward. It's somewhere. I don't know where. Good. I believe that was the place where we were like lost for a while in the labyrinth. Condor. That'll teach you an important lesson about jumping strings. Where the heck is she? I told my honey to meet me at the usual place. Hello, beautiful. Hey, old man. Would Galbadia try to attack us again? Maybe. Controlling the communications tower won't satisfy. Don't touch it. I haven't finished paying off the loan, and that's one just got wrecked. One after work sure hits the spot. What are you talking about? You're always drinking here night and day. I guess you're right. Welcome, we have Silkus, Mimit, and even the hard stuff. You know, kids shouldn't be in here. The only reason why I came to this city is because I heard there were lots of rich men here. But you know, all the rich young men are married with families. Oh yes. Yes, good plan.
You don't know?
I don't know.
I'll tell you then. That guy over there, he's the owner of this pub. When he asks you when to start, he means a card game. Be sure to think before you answer.
That's my private room. Don't go in without my permission. Wanna start? Stop by. You don't even know what I'm talking about. So let's save. Let's save before we take this dude on, because I don't want to lose my stuff again like last time. Oh, we just scared the cat.
No, what is this bone doing in my painting? Why? Every time I'm almost done with my painting, you forget it. I'm going to go to the beach and let off some steam. Next time you pull a prank like this, I'm gonna coochie coo the back of your neck. Understand?
Regular paintings are boring. That white bone is my way of expressing myself. My grandpa always tells me that artists have to be novel and original. It's a white bone, all right. Hey, I know this place. What happened to your British accent? Yeah, you don't look at that. I used to be a dog, man. Big cat. Oh, hi, sugar. Sorry to keep you waiting. Alright, let's get this save out of the way first. Can you start? Yes. You really want to?
Yeah. Whipping out on me.
Can you start? Yes. Really want to? Yes. You know rules that aren't used in this region. Let's play a game using the body's rules and ours.
You play a card game with me?
Yes.
Right before this, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yes!
Alright, well, that's it for tonight.